Hello, I'm Haxie, and this is Haxie Flies. I am a student pilot currently working on my private pilot's license. Today I'm flying up with my instructor. We are going to review some maneuvers at altitude, some maneuvers at low altitude, and also practice some short field and soft field takeoff and landings. In some of my previous videos, we had problems starting the engine. Apparently there is a bit of a touch to it that's different from the operating handbook and how it says to start the engine. It's most likely because the operating handbook is also 50 years old, as the airframe is, but the engine itself is only about a year or so old. So slightly different startup procedure we tried this time, and were successfully able to get the engine started on the first go, which happens to be the very first time that we've ever started the engine first time. So that works out.
I've been frustrated with that, and the fact that it happened here on your solo, I'm like, tell me you're going to be able to get it started. Yeah. I'm like, we're going to have to figure this out. And that's why I reached out to people right when you were telling me that you were here and it wasn't working. I'm like, all right, well.
Oh, start time. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay. There you go. It's 127.65.
That's ATIS, yeah.
Oh,
In use.
there we go.
Air missions, taxiway Echo, closed west of runway 4. Taxiway Hotel, closed between Alpha and Charlie. Taxiway Charlie, closed between Yankee and Hotel. Hazardous weather information for Illinois and surrounding states, for 1 flight service frequencies. By the initial contact, you have Zulu.
Hey, Zulu.
Springville information, Zulu 2252 Zulu observation. 110 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 24. Dew point 12. Limiter 3011. Simultaneous visual approach is runway 4. Runway 13 in use. Air missions, taxiway Echo, closed west of runway 4. Taxiway Hotel, closed.
November 895 Lima Alpha, Roger. Proceed on course and
Hotel.
where are you going?
Weather information for Illinois and surrounding states, for 1 flight service frequencies. By the initial contact, you have Zulu.
I just changed this.
Springville information, Zulu 2252 Zulu observation.
What is, are you going to stay at 1500 or are you going to climb anywhere?
10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 24. Dew point 12. Limiter 3011. Simultaneous visual approach is runway 4. Runway 13 in use. Air missions, taxiway Echo, closed west of runway 4. Taxiway Hotel.
Okay. Yeah, we don't usually do 1-3, but the winds are favoring it. So I want to take a look real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so I would expect Charlie, Yankee, Alpha, Bravo, and if that's Bravo 1, probably.
Okay.
And maybe we could do the run up on the Charlie ramp.
Okay.
It's possible that Charlie here is blocked off. I think it was on Saturday.
Okay.
But we can taxi back. I think I'd just rather do the run up there.
Okay.
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 Still got me?
Yep.
Do. Chocks removed. Taxi area clear. Apply throttle slowly and brake check. My brakes work.
Alright, I have controls.
Your controls.
I have controls. Brakes check. You got controls.
My controls.
Your controls.
Thank you. Clear left and clear right.
So it looks like you'll have to take Yankee
I'll let Yankee 2.
2.
Winds are at 110. Why am I drawing a blank on that? Yeah, that's 110 at 100. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go up pretty far and then make the turn since the wind's coming from behind us.
Okay. I like it.
Just want to let you know because it kind of looks like I'm going to run the barricade.
I talked to the tower the other day about getting up there.
Oh yeah.
You want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just have to... I can't believe we haven't had any bad weather except one day that we canceled, but it ended up being nice weather anyway.
Right.
I canceled, not we.
Okay. Brake set, throttle at 2000. Max left. Recover. Max right. Recover. Vacuum is 5. Oil temperature and pressure are green. Annunciator panel. Carb heat. Fuel pump on. Fuel at 4.7, 4.6, that's acceptable, and return to throttle. Master switch is on, flight instruments checked. Fuel pump back on. Check engine gauges. Fine. Carb heat is indeed off. Mixture set. Primer is locked. Seat backs are up, fastened. Empty seats are fastened. Where am I at? Seats flaps are set. Trim looks good. And then controls. Free. And we'll lock up the doors when we get there.
Okay.
Okay. We'll taxi up to Yankee 2 and then get our clearance to runway 13.
Great job on the checklist. I can definitely tell you've been flying. Much faster, much more deliberate. It had a really good smooth flow.
Thank you.
Look like you know what you're doing.
As long as it looks that way.
Nice job. I think that's my helicopter right there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yep. is. Better him than me tonight. I'm off. I got my annual check ride starting tomorrow. 7 o'clock sim.
Ooh. And we are on ground.
So when we were listening to ATIS, we went and deselected these.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Man, was about to transmit on guard again. We're gonna go out to the practice area first?
Yep.
Okay. Springfield ground, Archer 20 Lima Lima.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, Springfield ground.
Springfield ground, Archer 20 Lima Lima at Yankee 2, request taxi runway 13, departing 270 at 3,000 feet with information Zulu.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, runway 13, taxi via Yankee Charlie Bravo, cross runway 31 at taxiway Charlie.
Taxi runway 13 via Yankee Charlie Bravo, cross runway 131 at Charlie 20 Lima Lima.
Nice job.
Thank you. Yankee Charlie Bravo is not what we briefed. So,
Yankee, Charlie, Bravo.
that is, oh, because we briefed from the Charlie ramp. Okay.
Yeah. So you had Alpha in there, right? But
no.
not this one, but when you briefed
Yes,
it, yeah.
yeah. What is that? 126.75?
Oh, 126.15.
1.5. The 75 is 8, that's what.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. We'll just get that on the go.
Yeah, the time you remember to sit here away, he's not telling you. And now he's going to tell you right as you cross the whole shore.
That's okay. It's not really a long way out there, but it's not a short way out there, so let's get going. Yankee Charlie Bravo. Cross runway 31 at Charlie. Clear right.
You're clear.
Thank you. On the center line. On the center line.
You're clear down 3113.
Thank you. And clear this way.
Springfield ground, Sierra 2009er uniform.
Sierra 2009 uniform, Springfield ground.
Sierra 2009 uniform is over here at Tempe with information Zulu. We're departing to the southeast 160 2000, 500 direct Taylorville.
Okay, that guy's over there.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, cross runway 4 at taxiway Bravo.
Cross runway 4 at taxiway Bravo 20 Lima Lima.
So here's 4.
Oh, because he's not going to give me crossings. Got it. Okay.
He doesn't give you multiple runways.
Multiple crossings. Yeah. That's what I was going to say, and then I just cut myself off.
You knew you weren't clear to cross that runway though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the danger, is like you come out here, oh, I'm clear, then you just start taxiing all the way down Bravo. It's like, no, you
Sierra
gotta...
2009 uniform, Springfield ground, did you hear that last transmission?
Negative.
You said you're at Tempe?
Yeah, affirmative.
Sierra 2009 uniform, roger, runway 13, taxi via Bravo, cross runway 4 at taxiway Bravo.
Hold on 1 second.
Roger,
I think that call was for him, not us.
Taxiway Bravo, 09er uniform.
Do you think that call was for us?
And what are the,
No, there was a
schematics
pause
for-
there. But we can call him. ask
Yeah,
him for
so
verification.
he called, the aircraft called, and then he said cross runway 4 at Bravo, and then you, Roger, but I thought that guy, it was for that guy. And then he said, did you hear my transmission?
Roger, got it, and stand by
So
for
let's
squawk.
just make sure.
Stand by for squawk. You're on your phone.
Springfield ground, Archer 20 Lima Lima. Did you clear us to cross runway 422 at Bravo?
Affirmative, cross runway 4 at taxiway Bravo.
Okay, so
Roger, crossing Bravo. Crossing runway 4 at Bravo. 20 Lima Lima.
so he didn't come back and correct you,
Yeah.
but then he came
Medevac
back
helicopter Arch 3, Springfield Tower, landing at the hospital will be at your own risk.
I think
Airport wind
he-
110
and he asked
at
him, did you
10.
hear my last transmission? And then he gave him the same exact directions as he gave us. So I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a second. So that's, now I'm starting to second guess. So that's I'm like, let's just verify.
Sure.
So
I think what happened was there was a pause between my response and him saying, did you hear last transmission? Like he forgot to queue up his mic.
gotcha.
Sierra 09er uniform, departure frequency 126.15, squawk 4750.
Panic collision light beacon, obnoxious.
Squawk
It is.
4750
That's the beacon.
126.15 is departure 09 uniform.
No, that's
Departure 20 Lima Lima, departure frequency 126.15, squawk 0245.
Departure frequency 126.15, squawk 0245, 20 Lima Lima. Oh no.
what?
The plate here?
Just lose a screw?
Yeah,
Is it working, the trim?
that works. It just felt like the radio butt felt a little weird. Looks like that's what happened.
And Archer 20 Lima Lima, you do
Go
have an
ahead.
aircraft
Yeah,
taxiing
go-
up behind you. Are you going to need to run up at the end?
We'll just say we'll go to the run-up area.
We'll go up to the run-up area, 20 Lima Lima.
I was just about to say, hey, we've got to get
Roger, and are you going to need to run up when you get up there?
affirmative.
Affirmative, 20 Lima Lima. Yes, sir.
Sierra 2009er uniform, do you need to run up?
Yeah, we'll be doing a run up 09 uniform.
Right.
I was just about to tell you, go ahead and get up here and we'll get off the area.
Okay.
Just to,
We'll look at it.
I don't know if there's a designated run-up area here or not. Can't remember on this runway.
I don't think there is. Should I pull to the outside here?
Yeah,
Give him a
Jay,
number.
that's gonna...
That might cancel our flight.
I just don't want it to get worse, and then when we...
Right.
It's too much of a distraction. I don't know. I don't want to cancel our flight either. Go all the way to the end of the pavement. And let's see what kind of aircraft we have behind us. I don't even know what turn left there. See if we can get him.
A Mooney maybe?
Yeah.
Or an Archer?
We'll see if he can. Let's see. Did you see a screw? See, I've got control. See if you can see a screw.
Your controls.
Tower, this is 20 Lima Lima. If that aircraft wants to go ahead of us, we're troubleshooting something real quick. If he's got room, otherwise we'll take the runway and just taxi down and get off at the next exit.
I gotta take my headset off.
Uniform here, we've got room. We can taxi by here.
You can scoot back if you want. Copy, go ahead.
I'm gonna do a quick run up.
Roger, 09 uniform, you can just contact Tower 1, you're ready to go.
Go ahead and move your seat back so you can see a little bit better. shove it in there. You want me to grab a stick?
Sierra 2009 in uniform, Springfield Tower, turn right on course, runway 13, clear for takeoff. Then Archer 20 Lima Lima, you could just let me know when you're ready to go. Nobody else is coming out behind you, but if someone does, I could just give them a kilo with the back taxi if you're still not ready.
Okay, sounds good for 20 Lima.
Back to the way it was.
Yeah.
I could steal yours.
Well. Yeah, we could do that, because I'm not going to use it. You want to do that? Comfortable doing that?
No, screwdriver is too big.
Sierra 09 in uniform, contact ambulance departure, have safe flight to you.
Oh, this one works. Well.
Well, okay, so here, I'm okay with it being this way. If it really becomes a problem, then you can take controls and we'll just come back.
Okay. So, just a couple things to think about.
Okay.
If it's loose and this gets jammed somehow, we'll have to override it with this,
Right.
and it might take some muscle to do. So just be paying attention, making sure that this doesn't get gets jammed.
Okay.
Okay. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I got controls.
You got controls.
Oh, this checklist. Okay. Alright, we'll just do this one again. Master switch, flight instruments check, fuel selector, right, fuel pump is on, engine gauges cold again.
You want to do a short field takeoff?
Sure.
Okay. Do you need me to demo it for you?
Off, mixture, no, I'll try it.
Yeah, this one's really easy.
Sure. Short field. Yeah.
So you're just going to maximize the pavement ahead of you, minimize the pavement behind you. And there you go. And then come in and hold your brakes to full power and then release.
Controls are free. Okay, so we come in, we're gonna maximize the amount of payment in front of us by hugging the side. We're going to come to a complete stop, run up for 3 seconds to get full power out of the engine, release brakes, and then we're going to apply back pressure around 50.
Yep.
And then pitch for VX. which is 64 knots.
64, and then at 50 feet above the obstacle, then you can lower the nose a little bit, climb out it.
Okay. And you're going to tell me when we're
Yep.
50 feet.
Will do.
Okay. Alright, and clear left. I'll scoot back over when we roll up there.
Yep.
Okay, even though this is still a short field takeoff, we're gonna roll up and do everything we just said. If anything goes funky with the engines, then we're going to abort the takeoff. I guess I don't know what the markers are gonna be for our rotation at 50, but it's definitely before the 1,000-foot markers, so if we make it that far without rotating, we'll abort the takeoff. Let's see, then if there's runway in front of us and the engine fails, then when the engine fails, then we'll just land back on the runway. If there is no runway in front of us when the engine fails, then we'll go plus or minus 30 degrees, and I'll be looking out for that because we don't usually take off from 4 or 1-3.
Okay.
And then if we are 1,000 feet AGL, then we can attempt a turn back to the runway.
Perfect.
Okay. Springfield ground, Archer 20 Lima Lima, holding short at runway 13, ready for departure.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, Springfield Tower, turn right on course, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
Right on course, runway 13, clear for takeoff, 20 Lima Lima. Gonna get my time out there, okay. Back to the checklist. Here we go. Flaps are at 2. Trim is set. Time I marked. Temperatures, pressures. Looks good.
Okay.
Hugging pretty close. Clearing final. I think I maybe started turning a little too soon. I didn't expect it to go that far. So I'll correct on the rollout.
Okay.
So that we can keep the runway in front of us. Okay. Brakes are set, applying takeoff power. 1, 2, 3. Takeoff power is set, lining back up on the runway. Gauges look green, airspeed is alive. Waiting for 50. Okay, there's 50. We're leaving some of that pressure. Okay, pitching for VX 64.
Over the nose just a little bit. There you go. There's 50 feet.
Okay, now pitching for VY. Wow, we're really high. That's awesome.
Nice job.
Thank you.
So now you're clear of the 50-foot obstacle. You're going to the VY. You can do 1 notch of flaps.
Oh, right. That's why the airspeed wasn't picking up. Got it. Okay, nothing off the nose when the engine fails. Yeah.
Slim pickings.
Yeah, it is. Alright, there's 500 feet.
20 Lima Lima, contact ambulance departure, see you in a bit.
Oh, departure, see you later, 20 Lima Lima. 270 is west. She's where he said right on course.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Do. Seamless departure, Archer 20 Lima Lima, departing Springfield to the west. 1,600 for 3,000.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, St. Louis, first radar contact, VFR on course now, to your discretion.
VFR on course.
09er uniform, traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles, VFR LT.
In that case, just say Roger. If you don't understand what he says, you gotta ask him. Yeah, repeat, but He said VFR
So we see him on ADMC.
on
We'll be
course,
looking for him visually
altitude,
as
your
well.
discretion.
Slot 09
You can
uniform.
just, if you understand it, then you can just say Roger.
Right, okay.
November 09 uniform, that's only traffic between you and Taylorville Airport. However, there is another target about 10 miles northeast of Taylorville at 1,100 southwest side of possibly inbound. Radar service is terminated. Change to advisory frequencies approved. Have a good night.
Roger, change advisory frequency approved, and I'll squawk VFR. See ya. Thanks a lot. 09 uniform.
Little bumpy. Okay, climb checklist. Flaps are indeed up. We're pitching en route at 87 knots. Landing lights are off. And the fuel pump we will turn off when we get to 3,000 feet. Oh, I do have, no? Oh, it's down on the cruise, okay. I was looking for the check every 30 minutes. Oh.
Squawk 52090 St. Louis, March better contact, VFR course not to your discretion.
Yeah, the problem is there's just too many fields.
Just pick one.
Just pick one. It's really hard. I don't know why, but that's always been a difficult thing for me, and we just busted 3,000 feet.
I mean, pretty much most of these fields you're going to walk away from, no problem.
Sure. Oh,
So pick one, and then as you're on base leg turning, and you see another one, and you're perfectly set up for that, then you can pivot.
okay.
But you don't want to just get paralysis,
Right.
by just getting overwhelmed by too many choices.
Well, I think the first thing that I would do, if it went out right now, is pitch 76 and turn all the way around, because that's where the wind's coming from.
Yeah.
And then maybe pick a field in front there, knowing that there's fields behind me.
Right. I like that plan. There's an ag helicopter right below us, spraying.
It was doing this on my first solo.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like if it's calibrated to go off every 15 minutes or every 30 minutes, but it's kind of got a little bit. I don't think it's going off based on fuel flow, because if you look at the fuel tanks, we only got 2 gallons
Right.
difference, or a gallon difference. So.
Right.
So I bet you it's just based on timing,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. We're not quite out of Charlie, but we can start solidifying.
Sure.
All
I
right.
like it. Yeah.
All right. So clear left and clear right. Let's start with a clearing turn. There's a bunch of smoke over there. clear right. Clear right. Thank you. Okay, there's our clearing turn. Area is cleared. Let's set up for slow flight. Carbine on. Pull the power back. And, okay, so I already been making a mistake. I probably should have leveled off at 3,000 first. But it's fine. We'll work with it just being at 3,100. Well, sort of. Come on,
I was gonna say, what?
don't make me a liar. Alright, flaps 1. And 2. Okay, so just not enough power.
So when that happens, you realize you're 100 feet high when you want to go start. It's like, I'd like to just reset, because get back on. I didn't start at my altitude.
Flaps 3.
Just take command of your ship and do what you know is right.
Okay.
They'll be like, okay, this guy's, he's not sloppy. He recognizes his errors, and he's willing to get it right back to where it needs to be.
Slowly pulling the power back, watching airspeed and altitude. We aren't quite slow enough yet. About right there. Okay. So if I pull back a little bit, we should hear the stall horn. Okay, maybe not that much. Really? There it is. Okay.
What, about 49?
We are descending now.
Yeah, give me a 90-degree turn to the left or right, I don't care.
Okay, here's a turn. Increase the power a little bit. Oh yeah, clear right. I meant to clear left. And I said clear right while I was looking left.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I know I'm a little low, so applying a little bit of power and bring that back up. And then coming back to the left. Actually
Right.
clearing left. So right. Oh man. My military left.
What's your favorite maneuver so far?
I don't know that I have a favorite one.
Okay. Which one do you do well? Which one do you need a lot more work on?
I think steep turns.
You do well? Or you need to work on?
No, I need to work on steep turns.
Yeah. Okay. You can recover whenever you want. We can,
Okay.
well, unless you want to keep flying like that. You're good. Great altitude hold. Good heading hold and good turns. Very, very nicely done.
Thank you. Flaps 1. And no flaps.
So, the only thing I would tell you is be patient to add or start the maneuver, and just
Okay.
make sure you're set. Now, if it's a really bumpy day out, you might have to just accept like this altitude right now to start. You're never going to get right there, and then,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's just really bumpy out here. Yeah, a lot of thermals. But on a nice smooth day like that, you could have gotten down to 3,000 because you did the rest of the maneuver right there.
Okay.
So, but just take the time. You noticed it after you started maneuver, so you're fine. I'm glad you noticed it, but go nice and just when there's no rush to start the maneuver, so just don't feel like you're in a rush with the check airman, okay?
Okay. Steep turn?
Sure. With that being said, though, the longer you take to set up the maneuver, the more you're just driving, so you've got to have the situational awareness of where you're at.
Yep.
So just, every once in a while flip back the other way so you don't get drifted too far away.
Okay.
Or too close to another airport or something like that.
Looking left, looking right. Which way am I going to go first? I'll do left first.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I dropped a little bit.
Increase that angle bank.
Yeah, that's the part of the steep turn where I'm not very good at. Just banking a lot.
Nice job.
You? Overshot just a little bit. Clear, right? And it feels like I'm falling, but I'm climbing. Oh, now I really am falling. Oh. And
Other than that last half, everything was really good.
yeah. Any tips on maintaining altitude in steep turns?
Yeah, so this maneuver is all the relationship between this, and the horizon.
Okay.
So once you figure out, and it's different between going left and the sight picture between this, and going right. So you just have to memorize where, like you can look at these rivets here,
Yeah.
and maybe where that touches the horizon. So what you want to do is go into that 45-degree angle, make turn, get it there, stabilize momentarily, look to see where that rivet, or maybe, whatever you use,
Sure.
hits that horizon, and then that's what it is for left, and then same with the right. You just
Oh,
gotta,
Oh, it's only saying fuel switch because we were in a bank. That's fine. Yeah, okay. So, let me try right again then.
yeah.
I'm gonna drop a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's thermals picking us up.
Yeah.
Look at this. I'm like pointed down and it's still not going down. There it goes. I sent some thermals. Gonna do a steep turn through a thermal. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Alright. Okay. Clear to the right.
Clear right.
Thank you. And so I got it there, but then it falls, even though I'm climbing. Okay.
Shark 23798, St. Louis departure, radar contact, maintain VFR.
And roll down too late. Yeah.
So you're not trimming in that turn. So
Okay.
are you fighting it? So
Not really fine, but yeah.
okay. So if you get a little bit of pressure, you could trim out a little bit, but you just got to get rid of that trim as you come back in. Otherwise, you'll just belay.
Okay.
So you just got to remember that. But trimming will help you.
That's the 5364 Alpha, St. Louis departure, radar contact, maintain VFR, and just say you're out sitting in for me, please.
Okay, and from there, right?
All right.
64 Alpha, thanks. Proceed on course.
Yeah, departure, X-Flight 500, with you flying 5,000.
No, no.
Flight 500, St. Louis departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
Up to 10,000, X-Flight 500.
Flight 500, are you direct to Bravo Victor Tango?
That's A firm, X-Flight 500.
St. Louis, good evening, Medevac 991, Alpha Echo negative, patient on with you. Medevac 991, Alpha Echo, St. Louis departure, radar contact, half mile west of Springfield, altimeter 3011, get on course. On course, 991, Alpha Echo.
Okay.
You're good. You're just working it. Okay. So it's just a matter of, did you use trim on that one or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Flight 500, contact Kansas City Center on 127.27.
I mean, there
27, X-Flight 500.
your ball was centered. Your power's good. I mean, it's just a matter of just making smaller corrections on that nose as you make the corrections to kind of fine tune it.
I'm just turning back around.
Yep.
Oh, that breeze nice. I don't know why, it's just you have to point the aircraft in a specific direction to get that breeze in. Okay, let's get reset, and then we'll try more right turns.
Okay.
Okay. That's about as close as it's gonna get, so clear right.
All right. No, this is not bad at all. No. Look at that VSI, how it's still descending. So you gotta correct it.
6069, St. Louis
Yeah,
departure,
there you
radar
go.
contact, climb and
So you're
maintain
within the
10,000,
CTS.
direct D4 on course.
Well within the CTS. But as soon as you got that in your scan, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So as soon as you have it in your scan, really make a deliberate effort to get at least 0, because if it's not 0, it's still going in the wrong direction.
Right.
Right? So then,
Okay.
and then you got to stop it and then go back the other direction. Get the
Okay.
train going. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you ever use the trend vector here? Do you know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
The P.
I haven't been
So
using
that-
it very much, but
Yeah, so it just depends on which one you want to use, but that trend vector tells you how fast you're going up or down as well.
Sure.
But I just, if you're using this gauge a lot, which you probably are throughout, then it might just be easier to look at that trend vector instead of taking your eyes off you here.
Okay.
So that's a technique, whichever one works for you.
Okay.
Back down 91 Alpha Echo, your radar service is terminated. Stalk via follow frequency change. Spring, take care.
Just really slow down.
Alright, 1200. Thanks for the help. You'll get 91 Alpha Echo.
Alright, clear right. Alright, try it one more time.
Johnson 6069, contact
Do you
Chicago
find
on
that the turning right's harder than the left?
135.45.
When you're out here by yourself?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Is this banked enough?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't looking at it because I felt as though it was, so yeah.
Okay.
I was more watching your altitude control, and you're doing a good job. And that's your wake you just hit, most likely.
Okay. Oh, well, that was better.
Yeah.
Power on stalls?
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So we're just gonna slow it down to 60, and then we're gonna make like we're taking off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So there's no flap settings or carpeting settings, or you want to do carpeting while we're
Yeah,
slowing
while
down?
you're configuring.
Okay.
How much have you read into the POH at all?
Mostly
Systems
just
or-
checklists and performance stuff.
Okay.
And I'm dropping. I don't mean to be dropping. Alright, car beacons go off. Nope, it's not 60 yet. But it should be based on how much I'm dropping. Okay, and applying takeoff power. Oh. Load the right rudder.
Go ahead.
Okay, cover.
I hate that. It's just...
Yeah.
So don't bring that power back until you get to a good cruise airspeed.
Okay. And flaps are down, and then you're just gonna retrim it back up. Okay. Oh, I should have like kept it up that high, I think. So then, for power off stalls. Oh no, is this wrong? Because you're simulating landing and then stalling before you land.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I can simulate descent from 100 feet above.
Sure, that's fine.
Then, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so car beacon is on. I'm going to pull the power back. first on flaps. Start our slow descent down. Of course, I'm not facing east. Flaps 2. Flaps 3. Okay, so there's 300. Oh, and I already went through the pavement, so sorry. Okay, and then recover. Whoa, full power, car rate off, flaps down 1. Wait for positive rate. Positive rate, flaps 2. And no flaps.
Nice shot.
Back up to 3,000. Is that acceptable,
Both
you
of
think?
them? Yeah, both of them. I would like to see a little bit more, a little bit faster get to the firewall and then throttle.
Okay.
But both of them were totally acceptable. They're good maneuvers. So.
Okay.
I think maybe just because we have such a hard time with this the power on stall, just once you first get an indication of a stall, the first indication, which is the buffeting,
Yeah.
or a horn, just go ahead and recover.
Okay.
There's no point in just going into making it shudder and then just like, is it going to do it? It never does. And
Okay.
so just go ahead and do the first indication of a stall.
Okay.
But the power off, you can go to a developed stall.
Okay.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Want to do either one of those again or no?
No, let's... Actually, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and fuel pump. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're supposed to leave it on the whole time anyway. So go left. Let's just chill here for a minute. I don't want to do anything after switching the fuel pump.
Yep.
Okay, switching the fuel pump, cause the engine to die. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is turn downwind and pitch for 76. Yeah, I hate this part.
Just
Like-
pick the field right under us, and then we just orbit.
Oh, okay. No, okay, right. Gotta look directly underneath us.
Yeah, there's no sense in going anywhere else. We got something right under us, and we got plenty of options.
Sure. I was looking at this one right off the nose. You may not be able to see it, but then there's trees on the other side, so if I went
Yeah.
around and then I'd be... Okay, so if I go with this field that's right underneath us, then I'll just orbit around like this.
And you can square it off. Just remember, you're trying to mimic, for familiarity for you in sight picture, you want to try to get, somewhat of a downwind base leg. So, sure. And then be looking out for those crop dusters, man. I can't emphasize that enough at this proto season.
Okay. Fuckers. Okay, so carby on. Check the fuel tanks. I would probably switch it back if that's what was actually causing it.
Okay, good.
Make sure full ridge, and then make sure the throttle is on and thing is locked, and then try ignition again.
Okay. So I see that little corner there with those 3 little silos. Which field are you going for in relation to those?
Close. It's like right under the wing now.
Got it. Okay, I just want to make sure we're looking at the right thing.
Yep.
So look at your altitude. You're right at pattern altitude now.
Yeah.
But your lower RPMs are normal, so.
Right.
Good. I'd start that turn like you did. Nice job.
And
as we get
power lines there.
Alright, looking for that crop duster, man. I just can't. They just fly so low, and all of a sudden you see them.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. We're about to hit 500 feet. So I think this is pretty good.
Friendly
We would definitely
45,
make
10
that.
approach, Fury altimeter
agree.
3011.
Okay. Gonna recover.
And I might annotate that, you know, I'm not committing my flaps till I know I got landing
Beach
bay.
989,
Okay.
10 approach, expect visual approach.
Saying that out loud might be beneficial.
Okay.
He might ask you, were you gonna do anything with your flaps? You'd be like,
No.
So aviate, navigate, communicate. So if you have time, get a mayday call out, right?
Yep.
So just something simple like mayday, 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 Scott. 20 Lima Lima, spin engine failure.
Beach 989 to set up power.
Just vague, 10 miles to the west of
You can fly direct to Celia,
Springfield.
marker.
Two souls. You don't have to get 2.3 miles and look here. Get just big picture up to the west, about 10 miles.
Okay.
So that was a real nice job, Jay.
Thanks.
So now we gotta get you to choose your own field.
Yeah.
Alright, so just keep in mind that Charlie airspace there.
Yep. Turn around. Actually, while we're here, those 3 silos,
Okay,
turn about a point.
good.
Just go ahead and set up for that.
Ooh, a right-hand turn.
All right, hand.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I need to practice these.
Yeah, you gotta do right and left, you never know.
Clear right.
All right.
Two. Yeah, I think turnabout a point is my favorite just because it's the easiest. At least it's easy for me. Yeah, I don't know if it's the way you're supposed to be doing it, but... And
What's that?
Obviously not, because it's not quite there.
Yeah?
But if the silos are behind the airplane, bank more. If they're in front of the airplane, bank
Yeah.
less. You don't really have to think too much about where the wind's coming from.
Beach 989, Wilmington is 1 o'clock.
You're definitely getting further away right now.
Yeah.
You gotta increase your angle a bit.
Beach 989, clear visual approach
Wind's
runway
pushing
2.
you. We know the wind's out of the
Wilmington Tower,
southeast,
124.6.
right? So it's gonna push you away here, so that's where you end up. If you can lead that, so you're right. I mean, you don't necessarily have to know where the wind is, but if you can anticipate what the wind's gonna do to you, you can start increasing the angle, making
Sure.
instead of be proactive rather than reactive, right?
Okay. Yeah, then more of that's just going to be practicing it.
Like now we can be proactive at taking that wing angle bank out in this turn, or this second half of the turn, to get not as aggressive on the angle bank.
I think I need to be more.
Well, at some point you will. You'll have to speed it up, but
Sometimes I wonder what these guys that live out here might think about me flying around like this.
Right. So now you have to get more of an angle of bank to tighten it up to stay in that same turn. So in theory, this should be your tightest angle of bank turn here.
Right. Getting pushed by the wind.
Yeah. Keep going tighter and tighter because you're really going to get pushed right now. Yeah, this is a better turn than the last one. You're closer. You go to the left, go find something over the left and roll right into it.
Okay. Oh, too soon? The gray silo?
Yep. Just take a good scan because we'll get right for any crop dusters.
I've been looking, haven't seen.
Good altitude control, Jay, in both left and right.
Thank you.
And you're coming along real nice. What do you find the hardest thing so far that you weren't expecting to be so hard?
Maintaining altitude.
Yeah, computer does it pretty easily? Or no?
I don't know. No, I had a problem. I had problems in the simulator maintaining
Okay.
altitude too. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's just I was hoping that actually being here flying, I could feel going up and down because you can't obviously feel that in the desktop simulator. Oh, I didn't anticipate this one enough. Fine. So I thought hopefully, you know, being here, feeling the forces, I would be able to feel going up and down. And you can a little bit, but sometimes it's deceiving.
Sure. Or sometimes it's you're already you don't feel until it's a bigger
Right.
adjustment. You're already even 150 feet off.
Right.
Yeah.
Up 6043 Sentinel approach Sierra is current expected
Okay.
visual runway 11.
This road here,
Okay.
going all the way up this way, S turns.
Okay.
That should keep us out of Charlie.
Yeah. You're clear right.
You. Gonna level off until we're over the road.
Okay.
Clear left.
Clear right.
So I think one of the strategies for this one, for me, versus turning about a point, is just making the banks a lot more shallow.
Okay.
Making the turns wider,
Yeah.
giving a little bit more room.
Sure.
Like this one, I didn't do that, so now I'm gonna have to turn in really hard to make this one.
Yeah, to get wings level.
Wisconsin 6043 descend to maintain 3000.
Okay,
You're clear right.
thank you. Oh, we're bumped up a little bit.
Sierra 2009 uniform. Dragster 405 St. Louis, Park Radar contact 191010,000, speed direct center.
So other than the squares, what is he going to be testing me on?
He'll pick one of these maneuvers, these ground reference maneuvers.
Okay.
He'll pick
runway 13.
one stall. I'll probably want to see steep turn, slow flight, and then one stall. And then go into unusual attitudes.
St. Louis approach, Sierra
And hood work.
2009 uniform.
He may do hood work, he may just have you close your eyes and just give him unusual attitude and recover without hood on. You may or may not. I don't remember doing hood work on my check ride.
Okay.
I'd have to go look and see if it's mandatory now. They didn't have the ACS tell
Right.
you exactly what was going to be on your check ride back
Right.
then. Alright, so I got throttle.
You got throttle.
Simulate. You're fine.
Okay.
Simulate it.
St. Louis approach, Sierra
I just
2009
lost the
uniform.
Yep. Going.
Sierra's calling St.
Right
Louis,
here.
stand by.
I mean, we're way too high for
405
this.
contact,
Okay.
Chicago Center, 119.22, good day.
Go ahead and recover.
Scott 6043.
So you're way too high.
Yep.
Mile.
I agree. So take authority of the aircraft. What did you do? Let-
Contact Livingston Tower.
I'm glad you decided on a field, okay? That's what I wanted you to. I wanted you to get committed because you didn't have time to look, right? So you committed. I like that. So, but you made the effort of saying I'm too high. So what could you do?
Slip.
I'm sorry.
Slip.
Okay, slip. What
Or
else?
S-turn. I was in the middle of trying to do S-turns.
Okay, S turns. What else could you do?
Scott 52090, St. Louis approach.
Flaps. Yep. Okay. So you have a bunch of options
Sierra's calling St. Louis approach on
to help you with that, right? Right. I got throttle. Simulated.
Sierra 2009, you're from over St. Chris Lake with information Alpha inbound to SPI, full stop landing.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, but this field right here,
Okay.
because we're going to be going in with a tailwind.
Okay.
November 2009 uniform St. Louis approach, squawk to 0227. Squawk
Weird not touching the
0227. 09 uniform.
Just lift her. You can put your hand on the throttle. I don't care. Just
Skyhawk 52090, contact
recover.
Peoria
You're
Tower
on.
124.0.
okay. So which field were you actually going to go
Right
for?
here.
So you're going to keep the turn around. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the turn was a little tight.
That's okay.
4090 uniform or radar.
Yeah, I mean you can go at an angle. You're already out of the wind anyway, so you can go. You don't have to go.
413.
The idea is to control the aircraft, right?
Sure.
You're much better off controlling the aircraft, or you're much better walking away from the situation if you control the aircraft all the way under the deck.
What I'm trying to do is line up with the rows.
It does help, for sure, but aviate first, okay? Just control your aircraft and get it lined up and set up for it, okay?
I feel like I could have made that a little bit around.
I think you
and
could have.
Some extra flaps would have helped with
For sure.
lining it up. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Okay. Ready again?
Oh, sure.
Simulated.
Okay. Pitching for 76. I'm going to turn around into the wind. Oh, I might not have enough room. No, I got room. It's fine. I
The
can
goal is to get over those power lines. That's all you care about at this point.
Right, yeah. I made the power lines.
Yeah.
I should be able to make, it's not going to be pretty. But I can
Oh
make it
yeah,
over
you got.
there.
Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Go ahead. Recover. Recovering. Nice job. Thank you. Perfect. So it happens fast.
Yeah.
You just gotta. I'm forcing you to make a decision.
Uniform contact, Springfield
Three-
Tower 121.3, good night.
Obviously, at 3,000 feet, you got too much choices for yourself.
Right.
That's your problem. And so just challenge yourself. Okay. Just watch your altitudes. Okay. Then down to 500. In general, other than sparsely populated areas, 500 from anything, right? You can go all the way down to the, right, I mean, these helicopters are going all the way down to the corn, right?
Maintain 8,000.
You can do it, but if you're close to a barn or something, you're going to get, you could potentially get called upon, and then now you got to explain yourself. And if someone, the perception's everything, right? So if somebody perceives you as being dangerous, I got a low flyer down over here to the right.
Lima traffic 1 o'clock and 1 mile. VFR indicates 800 southeast bound.
Oh, I see it. Roger, traffic in sight, 20 Lima Lima.
0 Lima Lima, roger, thanks.
All right, you want to head back and do some bounces?
Yep. Departure, helicopter 3, level 1,800.
Nice job, though, Jay. Okay.
Approach 3 St. Louis departure, radar.
Does that feel good? You like doing those?
3009.
Did that help you?
Visual approaches, runway 4 and 13 in use. Outer stair missions, taxiway Echo closed west of runway 4. Taxiway Hotel closed between Alpha and Charlie. Taxiway Charlie closed between Yankee and Hotel. Construction in progress. House got a marker out of service. We'll go, thank you. Advisor on initial contact, you have Alpha.
It helps with fewer hops.
Spring to tower information, Alpha 2352, Zulu observation, wind 120 at 8, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 24, dew point 13, altimeter 3009. Simultaneous visual approaches, runway 4 and 13 in use. Outer stair missions, taxiway Echo closed west of runway 4. Taxiway Hotel closed between Alpha and Charlie. Taxiway Charlie closed between Yankee and Hotel. Construction in progress. House got a marker out of service.
Okay. So we're gonna go close traffic for runway 13.
Okay.
Okay. Excuse me. St. Louis approach, departure 20 Lima Lima.
20 Lima Lima, go ahead.
Springfield approach, St. Louis approach, departure 20 Lima Lima is 14 miles west of Springfield, inbound for close traffic with information Alpha.
Departure 0 Lima Lima, roger that. Would you like runway 13 or 4?
Runway 13, please, 20 Lima Lima.
Departure 20 Lima Lima, proceed straight in, runway 13.
Straight in, runway 13, 20 Lima Lima.
So not only is it easier because you're forced to make a decision, but you also have less altitude to have to bleed off to figure out how to get set up for that field. But the harder thing is you got to pick a field, and then we can work on how to set it up and bleed off that altitude, you know.
Yep.
Over 0 Lima Lima, contact Springfield Tower 121.3, good night.
Over to tower, good night, 20 Lima Lima. Springfield Tower, Archer 20 Lima Lima.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, Springfield Tower, runway 13 cleared for the option number 2 by the Cirrus and the right downwind.
Runway 13 clear for the option number 2 behind traffic 20 Lima Lima.
Awesome, Jay. Really good job on the radios, managing it. I like it.
Okay, let's see, descent checklist, throttle, airspeed 126, mixture full rich, carbine on if required, we'll do that in a little bit. Approach, fuel selector, we just switched it, we should be good for a little bit longer. Seat back, seat belts are secured and fastened.
Set on the right.
Fuel pump on, up, what'd you say?
I said set on the right. My seatbelt set on the right. I'm all good on the right.
Oh, okay.
Because you said my seatbelt and all that, I'm just saying, hey, I'm good to go.
Got it.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, it works, I just didn't really understand.
Well, yeah, no worries.
Okay, so, nope, that's the wrong checklist. Approach. Fuel selector, seat backs, fuel pump, mixture is set, trim, and flaps. Final speed set, trim for 76, and final speed is 66.
That's 1026, copies.
said number 2.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean I can see that traffic.
No.
Where I was kind of hoping, maybe we could do this later, to get the traffic on here.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll push. I'm not positive. I know that you've got the Bluetooth capability. I've never tried it on this aircraft, so.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if the aircraft tries it, then I can mess around with it one of these days. The other thing I need to figure out is the knots in front of the plane. Now they can't be minutes. I wonder if each one is 10 seconds.
Guard. Bluetooth's not coming up. So there must be a feature in here that we have to manipulate.
Number of nav bars. 10.
Yeah, it's called your trend.
We're 09 uniform, safe parking.
I don't know.
09 uniform, roger, left unable, text parking via Bravo. You can enter the ramp here, discretion.
Left unable, text via Bravo, enter ramp.
I will mess with it later.
P2, thanks.
Looks like we're a little off to the left. Bring it over this way a little bit. This is where being instrument ready would be nice. Although does 1-3 have an instrument approach on it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Isn't there one way here that doesn't?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Four 2231 13.
Okay. I don't know why I thought one of them didn't.
So 13 doesn't have an ILS. So is that what you asked?
Okay, yeah, maybe that's what.
Okay, so there is an RNAV for 13,
Okay.
and there's a VOR DME for 13,
Okay.
but there is no ILS for 13.
And we are making this short field or soft field.
Whichever one you want to do. What one would you like to do? Let's try soft field first.
Okay, soft field.
So soft field, normal approach, come in, same setup, flaps and all that. Yep, just a little bit of power. If you want it, or if you're carrying a little bit of speed, then you don't really need power. So if you're a little bit fast, or you carry a little power, just keep that nose up as long as possible.
Okay.
Be patient for that touchdown.
Okay. And then after touchdown, we keep the nose up.
Yep.
Or keep back pressure.
Yep. Yeah, you want to keep the nose up, which obviously you'll be doing that by keeping back pressure. And then once the nose comes down, then you can go ahead and just recover and do touch and go.
Okay.
Did you ever figure out your audio for your,
Not sure. I got a new device back there, so maybe.
oh, is it a new camera?
Nope. On the seat. On the seat behind me.
Oh, okay.
So, well, I guess we'll see if this one works.
Alright.
But up until now, I still can't get the audio to come out well. I don't know what it is. Alright, passing 2,000 feet. Pattern altitude is 1,600 feet.
Okay.
So we need to drop a little bit. We're about 5 miles out.
So if you lost your engine now, where would you go?
Probably right here or
Yeah.
right here. No, that's too close.
Yeah.
Right
I go to
here.
that green
That looks
field.
really bumpy right there, but the one
Yeah.
next to it.
Yeah, I'd probably go in there.
So,
Green. It's
yeah.
probably beans. Nah, that'll slow us down. Yeah, that one looks more A lot more elevation changes. It looks less crop on it, right? But too many ditches and hills on that one. So I'd shout out your descent here, kind of stop your descent, drive it in a little bit more.
Yeah,
We don't get
I
too
saw that
low.
when we passed pattern altitude and we're still out a little bit far. So I'm gonna pull the power in and put the power in a little bit.
Doing a straight in on an instrument approach is really easy. Doing a straight in on a VFR approach.
Auxiliary lane Lima wind 120 at 8 on the go, make left close traffic.
Left close traffic, 20 Lima Lima.
Is a challenge just because you got to figure out, okay, when do I start my descent? When do I get my carb heat, my flaps? Because you're so used to being triggered at certain places, abeam the runway, that it's hard to do on a straight in until you really learn the sight picture and do it enough.
Right.
But on an instrument approach, it's really easy.
Which is why I like the default and then down, so 45-degree entry and downwind.
Right.
As it gives you a little bit more time to adjust.
Sure.
Figure things out. Alright, this looks good here. 1. Too slow. Gonna pitch over a little bit. Add some power back in. Yeah, it looks like I'm a little high. I'm gonna go ahead and go flaps 2. Or we can do flaps 3 here, or just add some power.
Alright, this is a soft field landing.
Soft field landing.
I had to look through the manual, or the club rules, and didn't say anything about landing in a grass strip, so
Okay.
I think we could go over to Palmyra and do it someday.
Okay.
Or Holmesfield, either one.
Okay.
Oh, good. Oh man, that's awesome. Great. That was a great soft field landing. I was just like, oh, you're holding off, doing it. Nice job.
Thank you.
Wait
Also,
a-
as we're doing a soft field takeoff. Guess we're not now.
Oh,
Sorry.
way to be very patient with it. Just not rush it. Great job.
Thank you. Oh, he cleared us to land and I didn't do the landing lights.
Oh,
And-
slacker.
That's the problem with straight in approaches.
Get you out of your groove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. At this phase of your training, everything's triggered to be orchestrated right at the same time, the same place every time, right?
Right.
And when you do a straight in, it's all different.
Okay, landing lights already off, making left-hand traffic, clear left. Oh. Thanks for that.
All right, short field.
Short field.
All right, we're just gonna simulate brakes coming on.
And make sure to say it this time. Okay, so the idea is to put it down exactly where I want her to put down, even if it's kind of rough.
Well, you don't want to spot the landing and push it in.
Sure. I just mean don't try to grease it on.
Yeah.
Try and get her out on that spot.
Yep.
And then simulate aggressive braking, and I way over pattern altitude.
So you tell me where you want to start, and we'll give you 200 feet-ish from there.
Yeah, I suppose.
Lima Lima, runway 13, clear for the option.
Runway 13, clear for the option, 20 Lima Lima.
And you can just do the white line going across the beginning of the runway, that's fine.
Okay. I don't. Okay. I
Well,
mean,
where
that
are you?
well, it's more realistic if it is there. I just don't like the no margin of safety kind of thing, right?
Well, no, we're good. We just not
There
gonna
is
touch down.
There is a displaced threshold, but I think is that the special kind of concrete that stops you?
I don't know. But yeah, ideally that's the most realistic, and it helps visualize it.
Sure. So, on or after the line, but no further than 200 feet after the line.
Yep, which would probably be about the top of the numbers. So the
Okay.
southeast end of the numbers at the top.
Okay.
My guess is about 200.
50-foot obstacle?
Sure. So I'll call it when you're clear of the 50-foot obstacle.
Okay. Flaps 3.
All right, you're clear of the 50-foot obstacle.
Oh, I overshot it.
Oh man, you touched down. Good job.
Carpet. Flaps.
You didn't rush it. I didn't feel like you rushed it.
Okay. Takeoff power set. Gauges look green. Airspeed alive. Rotate.
Nice job.
Thank you. Oops. A little bit more trim.
We got 20 minutes. If you want to stay flying a little bit longer, and just, if you don't mind me just breaking off as soon as we get there, you can put the aircraft away, get fuel and all that, and I'll sign your logbook next time, Mike. We can fly a couple more approaches if you want, or landings.
No, that's okay. We'll close it up after this one.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still the turn on landing like 12, even though it's clear.
Well, so now they're on. So maybe you did. Is that what you did before, and then when he cleared you, you turned them off? Oh, turn them off now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But you got a camera to keep you honest, right?
Yeah, I do.
Jay, you're real confident. It's awesome. It's
Thank
really good to see that. And you're smooth and you're consistent, so you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
It's just now a matter of just getting all the other wickets that we have to do, and you're ready for your check ride. Getting your hours up, which you're about halfway there on your hours. A little over halfway, right? About 30? close to 30?
I need to talk to you about this because I'm tracking total time and flight time. So is the 40 hours flight time or
Flight time.
It
Yeah,
is
Hobson.
flight.
Or it's
Lima runway 13, lift the out.
Runway 13, clear for the option. 20 Lima Lima.
yeah, it's flight time.
Okay. Well, I may not be that high.
Okay. So total time is just well, oh, no. So what total time is what when the engine starts?
Yes.
And flight time is when you take off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's total time.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
because the industry uses hops time
Right.
most of the time, okay, or
Right.
tack time. But either well, if you use tack time, you just use your clock, and that's what I do. I punch your clock. So your logbook is based on a clock, okay?
Right.
So Hobbs is clock, and that's what you log.
What kind of landing this?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
You know what you forgot to say?
I totally did the brakes though. You just
did?
didn't see. Yeah. No, I didn't. I'm like, what?
You didn't
No.
say simulate braking, did you?
I
Hey,
know.
I know. You brief it every time, man. You brief it, and then you forget. You're like, oh my goodness. But
I'm hoping that if I see very little runway in front of me,
that you put the brake. You would think it'd be intuitive, right?
I would hope so, but then I guess you never know. I'm just gonna do regular landing.
So we can make it more realistic and make the landing all the way down the end of the runway, and then you have to put the brakes on. Down. we're not
No,
gonna do that.
let's not do that.
What are you doing? A normal?
Yep, just normal,
Alright.
regular old boring landing. There was a video where they captured some ATC. Some guy was flying a plane. I think it was like a student, and he. I'll tell you in a minute. Three car feet. Lights, gears down. Okay. Bump there. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, shoot, I didn't tell the tower.
That's okay. You're clear for the option. You're totally clear to land.
Okay.
He'll figure it out that you're doing something different.
And then where is... Oh,
Well, you're supposed to take the first turn off, right? That you can.
yeah, but we're on this
I
side.
know, but
Yeah.
that's what you're supposed to do.
Okay. Through Tower Archer 20 Lima Lima is taxiing to hangars.
Archer 0 Lima Lima Roger, right at Alpha, and then Yankee 2 to parking. Remain the string seat.
Alpha Yankee 2 to parking with you 20 Lima Lima.
So if you tell him you're going to clear to land, or that you're going to land, he'll be preempted to give you those instructions so you don't have to turn off on Bravo.
Sure.
So it's not a big deal that you don't tell him, but textbook, you're supposed to take the first available exit.
Right. I suppose if this was like O'Hare, I would definitely get off the runway. It's not an excuse, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuel pump off, flaps down, carbine off, mark the time. Okay. Alpha Yankee 2 to parking. Did we already? Yeah, we already crossed 3-1.
Right. Think we'll need to put fuel in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll do
probably.
it.
Stellar Aviation, this is Archer 20 Lima Lima. Stellar Aviation, Archer 20 Lima Lima.
20 Lima Lima, so good.
Yeah, if we get some fuel over at the Flying 20s Club, appreciate it. Thank you.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, so this guy was flying. I'm pretty sure it was part of a flight, like a school, and the SOP at the school did not allow him to land with a tailwind. So he's flying into whatever airport this is, and the controller clears him to a runway. Clear right?
Yep.
Clear left. That had the tailwind, and he's like unable to land with the tailwind. And the controller came back with, "Sir, if you're not able to land with a 4-knot tailwind on a 10,000 foot runway, I can't do anything for you. Go to another airport."
I either you sent that to me or I saw it. I remember seeing something like that.
That's funny.
Yeah. Like, and then he argued. Doesn't he like come back and is like, my school's SOP?
Yeah.
Like I'm just following the rules, man.
Oh, that's right. I was watching, I don't know, I guess it's just a random bunch of guys that talk about aviation. And their point was, especially if you're a student pilot, you should learn how to land with a tailwind because you might not have the option to not do that.
Sure. Yeah. It's the same concept of why we'll do no flap landings. Have we done those yet?
We've done it once or twice.
That's
not
what I
too much,
thought
but
we've
yeah.
done once or twice. You're clear over here. Go. Yeah, I mean, it's the same concept, right? You never know when you're not going to have the luxury to do what you're normally doing, right?
Right.
So you got to be able to pivot in a controlled environment.
Okay. Throttle full aft. Mixture set off. Radio's off. Radio's off.
Thank you for joining me on this flight. As always, this is no replacement for actual instruction. If you're interested in learning how to fly, please contact a flight school, ground school, and all that other good stuff. This is not for official training use. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that flight. I'm Haxie. You're watching Haxie Flies. See you next time.